the day. I'm here because it's where I'm needed. Simple as that. 12th of Oak Moon. Sometimes I talk to the Abyss. Silly, right? But it feels like it listens. It tells me about my day. I tell it about my day, my fears, my hopes. Maybe it's just a big hole in the ground, but to me it's a companion. I don't have anyone else. Dude, how many journals are here? Bulis's journal. How many people have worked this place? 14th of Aldermoon. Today brought a peace seldom felt. As I gaze into the abyss, I wonder if my presence here changes anything. Do my vigil and my offerings really make a difference? But then I remember the mission entrusted to me, and all doubts dissipate like mist under the morning sun. 15th. The night was restless. The stars seemed dimmer, the darkness deeper. The words of the ancient spells I utter daily took on new meaning. All this reminded me that my task goes beyond mere watchfulness. My true purpose is to defend the world against unspeakable evil. 17th of Aldermoon. A traveler appeared by the abyss today. His question about my duties reminded me that this mission is bigger than myself. I told him of our heritage and of the burden we bear. It amazes me how quickly the past that shapes our future can be forgotten. 18th. Today I felt the weight of loneliness. My role has severed me from the rest of the world, yet I reminded myself I am not alone. We are a chain of knights who have stood watch over the abyss. This thought is comforting, yet it also serves as a caution. 19th. Thoughts of my successor, who they will be, whether they will be as devoted as I have been, whether they will grasp the gravity of our mission, fill my mind. This concern, it weighs heavily on my heart. It is also a source of hope. I believe the tradition of passing on knowledge and strength will endure just as we have through the ages. 21st. As I record more words in my journal today, I realize that each sentence is like a spell, weaving the future with lessons from the past. My life is not only dedicated to the abyss, but also to passing on this knowledge. May every knight who stands here after me find in my words the strength and courage to continue our immortal watch. Someone said check the date. 554, 324, 258, 121. So at least like 400 years. The Treaty on the Sacred Mission. Dude, move. Written by Yor, third Knight of the Abyss. In the shadow of the world where light fades into the endless void lies the Abyss. Bound by ancient magic and solemn vows, this chasm marks the frontier between our realm and the darkness beyond. Here we the Knights dedicate our lives to the sacred mission. Bestowed upon us through generations untold, our duty is to stand vigilant. We are the shield against the creeping shadows, the watchers of the unwatchable. Our resolve must be as the mountains, unyielding, for the moment a night falters, the abyss stirs. Let it be known that this mission is not one in pursuit of glory or honor. It is one of necessity. The abyss does not sleep, it waits. Thus, we too must forsake rest, for in our vigilance lies the safety of all. To future knights, know this. You inherit not merely a duty, but a sacred trust. The world unwittingly relies on your strength and courage. You are the silent protectors, the unsung heroes whose vigil keeps the night at bay. Okay. Can I just, like, go down there and see if there's anything down there myself? Quick save. Oh, you know what? I suddenly regret this.
Woo reads of day fell on Father's Day. Hope yours went well, Muck.
Hey, Famous. Yeah, I'm doing good. It's getting a whole lot spookier right now. Alright, so there's a absolute mountain of dead people here that they've been dropping down. What's an Azure Leech Stone? Physical attacks regenerate 15% of the damage dealt as mana. Why did it just sheath my weapon? The abyss beckons. I jumped into a bloody hole in a cave filled with bodies and strange entities. What the heck? Dang it. These things are slippery. Whoa! What? Ah, get out of that. Okay. 3 Fae? Minimum? Not a lot of room to work with here. I'm summoning all the dudes. One down. 2. 3. Alright. Phase blood. Okay. Topped off health. Oh my god, that looks spooky as hell. Okay, hold on. Let's check the other passages first. So this thing was a new mechanic. Reminds me of those things in Portal and also Minecraft, like the updraft things. One down. That's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 7 left. I don't know if my assassins can get down there. But they're all stacking up real nice and neat right now. Don't know why they were doing that, but I'll take it. Tap quick save. Interact. When the time of learning is over, destroy the gates, taking the energy. The beings will defend them. Caution. Alright. Whoa. If he asked, I didn't break it. I destroyed a Fey relic. Now I've returned to the normal world. Okay. Titanium. Meteor. Exclamation rust log. What? Daisy, your cat on the keyboard? This is not where I entered that cave from. Also, why is there a polar bear? Guys, get down there and attack! Jeez. Two Kuanoks. But we need to go back and tell that knight that he can stop sacrificing people, because they've been doing that for hundreds of years. I don't know if that's been doing anything helpful. So now if I zone back in, will it put me back to where that that knight was? It was like sacrificing people to the pit? Or will it put me back? No, it's just a bear cave now. Yo, what? So even the whole... Wait, what is that? Surge Stopper. Attacks have a 10% chance to stun. Oh, it's like a spear. Okay. Alright. Oh, dang it. I messed up my build here. Maybe it was all a machination of the Fae. Maybe, but I don't know. We found all those journals and stuff. I feel like those knights like really were there. But that was weird. Okay, well, that was an interesting little side story. Now, the whole reason we were here was we read a thing about a cave in the woods. It wasn't Corrupted Temple. We've already been there. Lover's Hollow. I feel like we've been there already. Why does the quest say it's there? Let's go see if that's anything. And I'm not even certain. It's just we found like a journal entry that the guy found a cave and that it had what he needed. So I was like, maybe he's at that cave, but there's not even a guarantee of that. The quest marker is just in his basement, but I couldn't find anything in his basement. I think this is just a bridge. Okay, I thought that was something else. Okay. Alright. Yeah, not really sure what to do about that. Okay. Let's do bonfire. Level up. Oh my god, I've got 3 level ups. What the hell? Alright, skill trees. Let's see, we did the stealth thing before. Okay, what else? Daggers, critical hits. Critical chance. Critical my bleed. Across the bridge there are some trees still. Go northwest of those trees. Hang on. Crafting and trading armor. Parry, attack speed, movement. What is the movement ones? Dash costs less stamina. Add 1 more long dash. Do that. Dash regens faster. That's just more dodge rolls. Sure, that doesn't hurt. Wait, what? Oh, I got another King Soul. You create another blast of energy when King Soul ends. Enemies take the amount of damage you have dealt to them when using King Soul once again after it ends. When using King Soul, a weird shield collects 10% of the damage dealt to you. When King Soul ends, you gain mana shield equal to the accumulated damage for 30 seconds. Let's do the... Finishers, restore more. Dealing damage has a small chance to create weird essence, which can be collected to regenerate portion King Soul. Let's do that. Alright, Plague said look across the northwest of those trees. I think we've already been up there. Like, it's already mapped out. Like that right there is the edge of the woods. And this just goes, yeah, this just goes over to where that temple was with all the zombie ladies that we were at last time. Okay, well, let's go check on the hospital. Fuel, fast travel, and price of healing. Yeah, let's go there. Let's go check on the hospital, because that, we know exactly where we're going.
Oh, there you are. I'm so glad to see you. I haven't had the chance to properly thank you for helping me with the hospital. Truth be told, it's still rather hectic here. But at least I don't have to constantly worry about money and supplies anymore. I do wish I had more time for all the patients. But perhaps, in time, we'll be able to bring in another healer, or at least an apprentice.
Anything else you need?
Not really. Everything has been going quite well. Though Legate Denham isn't too happy about this development. Oh, if you come across any herbs or potion ingredients, feel free to bring them to me. I'd be happy to buy them.
Steam achievement. Ailey's healthcare system. Secure the future of Ailey's hospital for the good of the local folk. Hey! Nice. Oh. I just realized something. Hang on a sec. Give me a minute. There we go. Okay. And... hold on a second. Where's the Discord thing? Alright. Let's see. Open shop. What do you have? Just try the amulet. Okay, yeah, we've already got all that. Can sell the gold bar. Don't think I'm gonna need that. Okay. Hey, another level up. Nice. Huge XP. Hey, Mugashad. Hi, Crimson. Alright, that one's done. So for my dead bodies, I'm not sure what to do about this. The quest points at his house. It points at a dead body in the house, but there's nothing I can do there. I found a letter in a cave that reveals that someone hired some thugs to disrupt Camelot's work. Signature points to someone whose name starts with E, likely a blacksmith. I don't even remember picking this up. Let's see. I can turn it in over there. That's pretty far from, like, every fast travel point. Alright. Guess we'll jog over and do that.
Have some spare food or coin?
Maybe talk to Tyrannus again. I think he moves around. I wouldn't know for sure where to find him.
Help a soul out on you,
Okay, this guy that we're going to now is by that huge tree we saw when we entered this zone for like the first time.
They said it would get easy. Hello.
All right.
Have you learned anything new about the sabotage?
Wait. I need more time.
Certainly.
Huh?
Use some action.
What? I found a letter to Cade that reveals some hired thugs to start Camelot's work. I can deliver the proof to Cade. I just tried. It won't let me. Maybe I should take the evidence to the Camelosian legate instead. The writer left traces. I might be able to track them down. Okay. Alright. Let's go to the next step of the main quest. Also, we've got another level up. More spell power. And I've got a spell point here. What do we want to do here? Movement. We've got the extra dodge already. Spirituality. What is this? Wands have longer effects. Wands have a chance to restore 50% of spells mana cost when equipped. Okay. So just sometimes you fire and you instantly get the mana back? We'll try that. Alright, fuel, fast travel, and go down here. Alright. So this is the door to, I believe, the third major zone of the game. I don't know how many major zones there are in the game. It's hinted that the third piece of King Arthur is here. There was the sword, the shield, and the crown. So it might be the last major zone. I do not know. Ah, there we go. Steam achievement. Visit all main regions of Avalon.
Oi.
Alright, chat. We're in the end game now, Tinky Winky.
Stranger. Got a minute or not? Good to see you, stranger. Not many souls pass through these lands anymore.
What happened to you?
A weird night hit, and I ran out of cobweb. Nothing to worry about. I've suffered worse back in the day. I'm Kedron of the Volca tribe, by the way. And you're clearly not from around here. What brings you to our humble homeland? Just don't tell me you're a Camelosian spy.
A rebel.
I'll fight you if I have to, but I prefer to get my strength back first.
I'm not from Camelot, but I am looking for King Arthur's artifacts.
We've got one of those all right. His famous crown, blasted thing. They say he gave it to our ancestors as a sign of gratitude. I say that's bullshit. The crown was used to command giants, and only Arthur could wear it. By giving it to us, he sent a message. Behave, or I'll return and send the giants to devour you. A warning, not a gift. Don't let anyone tell you.
I could ask Arthur what he meant. He's in my head right now.
But since you're already here, and I need some time to pull myself together, how about doing me a favor? And to answer the question you haven't asked yet, yes, there's something in it for you. Like not being killed by my Dalrita kin the second they see your face.
Sounds like an offer I can't refuse.
Oh, you could, but you wouldn't get far. That much I'm sure of. I need you to find Gerfan and inform him of my situation. I can't complete the task he gave me. He's also the one who can grant you safe passage through our lands. Without it, things might turn bloody real quick.
Where can I find Gerfhanner?
The capital. You can't miss it. It looms over everything, always watching, like an overbearing mother. Used to be the place where all the tribes came together. Now it's quiet. That should tell you something. Head for the sword on the horizon. You'll find your way.
Okay.
Sure. No need to gossip. Though I'll admit, it was nice talking to someone outside the tribes who isn't some screaming Camelosian scum. Step closer. I won't bite. Step closer.
I wonder... Let's see. What do you remember about Merlin?
Merlin saw Avalon for what it was long before the rest of us. He told me that Tintagel wouldn't hold, not forever. That the weirdness would gnaw at our walls, at our minds, at our very bones, until nothing human remained. But he still fought to map a way forward, to carve some sense into this land. And in the end, the land swallowed him whole anyway.
How did he die?
We were losing the battle at Tuathan's mouth. Our last push before the weirdness took the field. Merlin was with us, bleeding, exhausted, but still weaving his spells. Then it came. Not a beast, not a man, not something we ever had words for. A shadow, wearing 1,000 torn banners, moving like it had no shape of its own. Merlin raised his staff, spoke a name I didn't recognize. And then he was gone. Not killed, not struck down, just gone. Like the land itself had taken him back.
What about the big shadow thing? Did he take that out? What was Galahad like in your day?
I heard rumors. The Delrita chieftains spoke among themselves of the stone wardens they brought from the homelands. Yet when I asked, they had little to say. It seems their brotherhood has found a way to bend the weirdness to their will. That is good, I suppose. If you have the chance to learn from them, do so. We need every advantage to restore peace to Avalon.
The King's Road has clearly seen better days.
I suppose it has. A pity it has become a hunting ground for bandits. But do not worry, my friend. Let us walk this path and make me whole again. I will restore this island to the glory it deserves, the King's Road included.
Okay.
Hey, you there.
5 gold. Okay. Alright. Possibly the last major zone. Let's see what we can find. First off, giant flippin' sword in the distance. Snowy. Waypoint. Vati.
Anon Rita wandering through these frigid lands. It takes courage, or perhaps folly, to traverse the forlorn swords alone. Sit, if it pleases you. A warm flame is rare here. The farther north you go, the less life you'll find. Nothing but snow, mountains, and the Dalrita, mourning days long gone.
Claire says, Muck, would you rather be able to survive with no sleep or survive without food, basically save money, or be awake 24/7 with no consequences? Oh, okay, so hands down, if like, I could survive without sleep, but, like you said, no negative consequences, like, because, like, I feel like if an evil genie was granting this wish, right? And you said, I wish I could survive without sleeping, then the evil genie would be like, okay, you always look like you need sleep, but you can't sleep, you know, and you'd be like death all the time. But if you always seemed like you were well-rested at all times, 24/7, with no negative consequences, that means, like, you don't look tired, you don't feel tired, your physical body's okay, you're able to give your mind breaks when it needs to, you know, stuff like that. I would absolutely pick the no sleep thing, because, like, having money for food, like, if you could work as much as you want, if you wish to, 24/7, covering the cost of food is easy. You know, like, that's not a big thing. That's just more ramen. Who are you?
I am Vati. Little else of me is worth knowing. Yet, you asked as though you seek some greater tale. Not in my case, stranger. I'm just an old man, exiled from a tribe long ago. You, however, seem sharp, strong, and you're not from here.